Coming. I want to thank everyone who made food, showed up. 100 years ago, my great-grandfather purchased this property. It was actually October 27th, 1917. So it's really important and kind of special to me that we've been able to hang on to it as a family for 100 years. And here we are having a rather interesting Halloween party plus 100-year party. So, but all right, what do I want to say? I had a whole bunch of things I wanted to say, but I'm kind of tired. So, I guess the biggest thing I want to say is that I'm so very thankful for the efforts of my predecessors. You know, my great-grandfather, all the hard work that he put into it. My grandfather and grandmother. Grandma is here today. They worked so very hard to scratch out a living on this farm and hang on to it so that I would have a chance to farm it, which I've done for the last 15 to 17 years. And it's really special to me. I can't really express how special it is because I'm a farmer. So. But you know, so I just want to take time to thank a few people who've been part of it. First, we'll start with Scott. Scott is my full-time employee, and he's helped me for the last 3 or 4 years-ish. Yeah. He comes to work every day that I ask him to, and he's excited. You know, he didn't have the chance to grow up on a farm like I did, but he really does enjoy the work. It's not the easiest kind of work, but it is very satisfying. At the end of the day, you get to look back and see a cleaned off field that you baled, and it gives you a little bit of a endorphin rush. You know, it kind of makes you feel good. And so I appreciate you. You've helped a great deal. Second, I'd like to thank Brandon. He really was my first full-time employee. He's also my second cousin. And while he worked for me for a few years, we really didn't get that much work done because we kind of screwed off a lot. And we had a hell of a good time.
We still do.
Yeah, we still do. And we still will. Also, I want to thank my brother Jay. He's my youngest brother, and he was actually my first helper. I didn't know how to be a boss. I was always the worker. When I worked for my grandfather and Dave Nichols and whoever else, they told me what to do. And unfortunately, Jay had to be my learning curve. One thing I'm real thankful for is he came back from Ohio once. He was going to school there and he worked for a really nice family. And he critiqued my ability to be a boss. And I tried to make an improvement, and hopefully I did. Also, I really would like to thank my grandmother. She has given us countless rides to and fro, lemonade, you name it, a friendly ear to talk to. And plus, she really took great care of my grandfather so that he could do the hard work that was needed to continue this farm. As you might have noticed, you walked in, you saw 2 tractors on the lawn, and if you notice, there was a pitchfork and a bale of hay. 100 years ago, whoever was making hay on this property was probably using a pitchfork, and today, you know, I'm using that equipment, and it's so much easier. So that kind of gives you an idea of how far we've come, you know, I mean, people were using horses and hand power to do everything, and here we are 100 years later using any kind of technology you can imagine. I have a hard time wrapping my head around it, like how did my great-grandfather know when to mow hay? He didn't have an iPhone. Couldn't check it. How the hell did you know when to cut hay? So I can't ask them because they're not here. Also, what else? Sorry. So basically, I'm just really thankful for the opportunities that have come my way by following my love of farming. And it also led me to a different love. Where is Miss Jessica Rabbit? Please come up.
No, I
didn't do it.
So, my love of farming is baling hay, and her love is riding horses. And guess what horses eat? So we got together a couple years ago, and I didn't know if she really liked me or she just liked my hay. But over the last 2 years, I think she really does like me. So, with nothing else less to say, would you please do the great honor of becoming my wife? Let me get the ring and send my shoe.
Oh my god. Okay.
My feet are clean. They're not my work boots.
Jay, hold me.
So with that being said, since you're all here, how about we get married right now?
We don't have an online minister.
Actually, you do. So yes, I am an official minister of the Universal Life Church. Then I filled out the thing in the back of the Rolling Stone and sent that in, and they sent me the robe.
Let's walk him down.
I think that's the first time I've ever witnessed that in real life. That was so cool.
Ready?
This is going to be a full-on rock and roll wedding, you know. You hired it, you got it. So my whole big deal is I'm just going to say, yeah, you in, we're gone. So I'm sure you guys have things to say. So I would like you guys to say, go get right on the mic here, and you can say all the stuff you need to say.
Well, since I've been doing talking, I'll let her go first.
Smart move.
All right.
The second smart move.
Well, that's a good question.
Standing right here.
It was very difficult for me to think of the right things to say, so I'm just going to kind of wing it, because, I'm good at that sometimes. The last 2 years have been crazy and fun. Everything we do together is awesome. It all started 2 years ago over a bale of hay. And I said to myself, Liz, you really need to take some time and be single for a while and, get it together. That didn't last very long. Aside from the arrival of my beautiful daughter, Jasmine, Princess Jasmine. This has probably been the best 2 years of my adult life. And we just make everything fun together. We have fun whatever we do, whether it's baling hay or driving 12 hours to a funeral or even setting up a tent at 10 o'clock at night without any tent poles.
We didn't get in a fight either.
We did not get in a fight. It's been amazing, and I think my promise to you is that I will try to not lose sight of that and make sure that the next 10, 20, 30, however many years are equally as awesome and fun. And
Well, I guess we put the ring on now, or what?
I don't know.
All right.
There's no rehearsal dinner.
That's my brother.
All right.
Shane, how do we do this?
Drink more out of
Oh.
Okay, so I guess my analogy is going to be a puzzle. You think of a big puzzle. You're born, you immediately have corner pieces that are easy to find. Those are your parents, your grandparents, and your family. And that kind of creates the framework of the mosaic of your life. And your piece is kind of maybe a little right of center. And as you get older, you start to accumulate other pieces, and you put them in, and you arrange them. You know, they become friends, your education, your job, your profession, and you start to build it around. For me, I was always kind of looking for the piece to be right beside me, and not only did I get a single beautiful puzzle piece, I also got a second beautiful little puzzle piece that really did complete me 2 years ago, and that's Liz and Jasmine. So my promise to you is that I will cherish that mosaic, keep it polished, keep it clean, and continue to value it as much as I do at this moment. And love you dearly.
So this part here, while they're getting ready, I'm gonna do what I promised I would do for Liz, and I would say, "Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to witness this thing called life. The electric word life, it means forever, and that's a mighty long time. But I'm here to tell you there's something else. Marriage." So, Liz, do you take Ben?
I absolutely do.
Ben, do you take Liz? Better say yes. Good. By the power invested in me by the state of Vermont and the Universal Life Church, I now pronounce you man and wife.